Alright everyone, today we're going to be rating every single restricted legendary signature move, and we're going to be rating them from the worst to the best. So the top here is the worst, and all the way at the bottom of this box will be the fourth best, because I'm saving the top 3 to the end of the video, so stay tuned to watch out. So up first we have Kyurem. It's got Glaciate, and it's just Icy Wind but worse. It only has 16 PP, it's 65 power just like Icy Wind, but it's only single target. Oh no, it's actually double target, it says foes. So yeah, this is a carbon copy of Icy Wind. In every single way. Now, comparing this to Icy Wind, I don't believe they're... Okay, so it's 10 more powers. It's 10 more power, but it has less PP. So, that's really... It's not good. It really isn't. I think it's kind of a waste of a signature move. Maybe because it hits both targets, so it's a little better. Yeah, it probably is better than some of the other signature moves, but I think just in comparison, it just doesn't feel like something you want to run on a restricted legendary. Technically, a Pokemon would rather run this than Icy Wind, but I think all the other moves are just so much better. Kyurem Black. We're talking about Free Shock here. So this has 140 power, 90% accuracy. This is a 2-turn charge move, meaning you have to use a power herb for this, and it's only 90% accurate, so you don't even know if you're going to hit it. It charges turn 1, hits turn 2, and has a 30% chance to paralyze. Now, paralysis is very good, but when you only have a 30% chance, suddenly it doesn't feel good. Unless you have, like, Serene Grace, maybe you skill swapped it on or something, but yeah, it's just not it. Next we have Ice Burn. This is the same as Freeze Shock, but Ice Burn will have a chance to burn instead of a chance to paralyze, and burn is better than paralysis. So by that factor and that factor alone, Kyurem White is better than Kyurem Black. Roar of Time. 90% accurate. It's Hyper Beam but Dragon type, and it's only 90% accurate. You're not going to be able to use next turn. It's just not good. Dragon isn't really a good offensive type, as it can only hit other dragons for super effective, so don't recommend this running it on the Dialga. I don't recommend running the Dialga. Next move. Prismatic Laser. This is one of the signature moves of Necrozma. If you don't know, this is 160 power, 100% accuracy, and user cannot move next turn. So why is this better than Roar of Time? It's 100% accurate and 10 more base power. This is strictly better than Roar of Time unless you absolutely need to hit Dark types with something. So in every sense of the way, this is a better move. It's Prismatic Laser. It's still not good, but it's better than Roar of Time. Next we got Bolt Strike. 20% chance to paralyze the target, 85% accuracy, 130 power electric move. This is very inaccurate, but very strong if it hits. If you have, like, Gravity or something, this could be a very powerful move. But otherwise, I think its main caveat is just the accuracy. I don't really like inaccurate moves that much, and I think only 85% chance of hitting this, which is the same as other moves we'll see later. The dreaded 85% accuracy. It's just not good. It's definitely a move that aged badly. If this move was 90% accuracy, I could see it being good. 95% accuracy, I could see it being great. But in its current state, it's just not good. 20% chance to paralyze is interesting. Okay, and Reshiram being better than Zekrom yet again. I'm not biased, even though Reshiram is my favorite legendary. Blue Flare, 85% accuracy, 130 power. Fire-type move, much better offense than an electric-type move. And instead of a 20% chance to paralyze, you have a 20% chance to burn, and burn is better than paralysis. Shadow Force, Giratina signature move. This is Phantom Force, but way stronger. Literally does everything Phantom Force does, even breaks the protection. And that could be a pretty good thing, you know, breaking protection. It's pretty powerful, has a lot of power. You get to hide turn 1 and attack turn 2, but if your opponent's expecting it, and if they're running something like a Terapagos or any normal type, they could swap in on it and they could catch you. And that's not going to allow Shadow Force to really do what it wants to do. And that's really the main thing holding this move down. It's a pretty good move if it was like a type that could hit every type at least for neutral. But otherwise, the Ghost type is really letting it down because it can't hit normal types. Kyogre, Origin Pulse. 110 power, 85% accuracy. This is less power than some other moves we'll see that do spread damage. And honestly, 85% accuracy. It's just not fair to Kyogre. It really does need the 100% accuracy, and I think that's a reasonable buff. I think it should get 100% accuracy. I don't know why they haven't changed it, because right now that's the main thing holding Kyogre back from being one of the greats. Yeah. Poor Groudon. At least ground is better than water. Let me tell you, the distasteful factor of this 85% accuracy on not one but both of the legendaries is just sad. You know, I picked Sapphire, but I do gotta admit, Precipice Blades. Quick editor's note, Precipice Blades is actually 10 more power than Origin Pulse, making it a lot better in the meta. So, yeah, Precipice Blades is actually a lot better than Origin Pulse in every single way, shape, and form. Who knew? It's a lot cooler of a sounding move, and I think it's just a shame, you know. Being the Miraidon counter 85% of the time has to be kind of aggravating. Yeah, your Precipice Miss. Still better than Origin Pulse, but Precipice Miss. Spatial Rend. 100 power. A lot of moves around this area. Welcome to the 100 Power Club. All of these moves are probably going to be at 100 power. What keeps Palkia Origin down? 95% accuracy instead of 100%, like a lot of Pokemon we're going to see here. 100% accuracy is really good compared to this 95. Just even the chance to miss is putting this thing down. High crit ratio is nice, but it's not worth having less accuracy. Lugia has the same thing, but flying type. Flying better than Dragon. Alright, here we are. 120 power move, 100% accuracy, but it's normal type. Now, the 120 power is really nice, and I do think that's better than most stuff, but it's a normal type move, so you can't hit a lot for super effective. So that's why I've chosen this move to be a bit lower. Back to 100 Power Club. 100 power, 100% accuracy dragon move. At least you can hit something for super effective this time, but only one type. And you kind of can't hit fairies, and steel kind of resist this. It's a nice base move, but Alternative is not the play. Unless you took it to Stockholm and you got top 50. I mean, that's just something cool that Alternatives just did. Hey, it might be on the up and up. Photon Geyser. 100 power, 100% accuracy. Psychic type, not a good offensive type right now. Do not like Psychic type as an offensive type right now unless you're running Cali Shadow or Fur Giraffe. It does become physical if it's great. Your physical attack's greater than a special attack, which allows both Necrozmas to use it. But that's really just it, right? Can't do much. I guess if your Necrozma Duskmane is intimidated that much, it will start using its special attack. Otherwise, though, it's just a kind of useless 100 power psychic move. Dragon Ascent. Alright, we're stepping out of the 100 power club for this move. A flying type move, very good. 120 power, very good. Lowers your defense and special defense by 1, not so good. Yeah, it's a flying type close combat, and that's not always the best. You don't always want to take those drops. Those drops are very high risk. And when it's your restricted legendary on the line, things are pretty bad. Yeah, Rayquaza's already kind of frail, but you don't want to make it even more frail. Kind of forces it to use something like a Focus Sash, honestly. And it really wants to hold that clear amulet. It's a good move, don't get me wrong. I like the move, but it just comes at some high risk that you gotta play around. Behemoth Bash and Behemoth Blade. Behemoth Blade sounds cooler than Behemoth Bash, so we're doing that one. 100 power, 100% accuracy. If this was Gen 8, it would be a lot higher because it does double damage to Dynamax Pokemon. But there are none, so it's just a regular 100 power club move. Steel type, very good against fairies, very good against rock, very good against ice. Steel is becoming a more and more offensive type every time around, and I could see this move getting even better in the future. But as for now, no Xerneas in the format means no bueno. We're not doing Behemoth Blade compared to some of these other moves. So, yeah. Size Strike, 100 power move, 100% accuracy. But it does damage based on defense. And that actually matters for one reason and one reason only. Assault Vest is very popular. So technically, it's not that bad of a move, because now you could hit Assault Vest Iron Hands for even more damage, because it's targeting its physical defense and not its special. This is a very good move, but it's mostly held down by being a Psychic type move. Next, we have Solgaleo. Why is this better than Behemoth Blade? Well, because it ignores the abilities of other Pokemon, so you can one-shot Mimikyu. Yay! Yep, being able to ignore abilities is pretty good. You could stop the triggering of a Rough Skin or Flame Body on a Volcarona if you accidentally get caught on that switch. Yeah, so not being able to trigger something like that is pretty good. Anything with a contact ability will not be affected by this contact move. Lunala Moongeist Beam, great typing in Ghost. 100 power, 100% accuracy. Ignores the abilities of other Pokemon, so you can still one-shot Mimikyu if you really want to. This is going to help prevent other Lunalas' Shadow Shields. So you're going to be able to beat their Lunalas with your Lunalas, because your Lunalas ignore their ability of Shadow Shield. And anything other else keeping you down, so you always know you're going to get that right amount of damage. Terra Starstorm, but again, this time it's a multi-target attack, hits every type for neutral, and does double damage against Stellar Pokemon. This is just such a good move, right? 120 power is pretty good. Just 120 power spread moves are some of the strongest in the game. Wink, wink for who's going to be at the top. 120 power move, 100% accuracy. Stellar type, just amazing. Hitting both foes, just so powerful. When you are terrestrialized as that Stellar type Pokemon, the move becomes Stellar type. So basically what I'm counting here is once it becomes Stellar, hits both foes. Yes, it is technically weaker because it's a double target, but if you're at the end game and there's only one target, it's basically just normal targeting now. So now it's like the single target move. So this is actually pretty good. If you could this is your key to sweeping right here, because you're hitting everything for neutral, so nothing can swap in as really a resist. Terra Starstorm is a great move, great on a great Pokemon like Terapagos right now. Just being able to hit everything for neutral. Keep those neutral matchups. Next we have Koraidon's Collision Course. This does even more damage with super effective hits, and fighting is a really good type. This is number 4. Now the top 3. Starting with Miraidon's Electro Drift. You already know this move's super powerful. 100 power, 100% accuracy. Who thought of that? More extra damage on super effective hits. Now, I'm not counting the Pokemon itself here. With Electric Terrain and Choice Specs. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. No, nothing can really survive a super effective hit from Miraidon because of this move. It's just absolutely wild. There's not really a lot of resist for electric. There's grass and ground, which is completely immune. That's really the one thing holding this out from the top positions. And next, we have a 120 power, 100% accurate spread move, as I've kind of hinted a lot towards here. It's more powerful than Kyogre's Origin Pulse. Yeah. This is just a really strong move, and 100% accuracy. It's just so strong. If Precipice Blades was this, Precipice Blades would probably be a top 3 move. But it's not this, right? So Astral Barrage, that's one of the strongest moves, but it just can't hit normal types. But you know what could hit normal types? You know what could hit a lot of types for super effective? You know what is so powerful, just does so much damage? It's this move, but ice type and physical. It's Glacial Lance, just not being affected by Assault Vest. You're doing so much damage, ice type damage, hitting the flying types, hitting the ground types, hitting the grass types. Grass and ground, 2 very common types you gotta look out for. Even flying is just around, so you gotta be careful, right? When you're seeing this Glacial Lance, when you're facing down this Calyrex Ice Rider and its Glacial Lance. It is no doubt the best move as a signature move for a restricted legendary. If you want to see me do the regular legendaries next, like the video, and remember to subscribe.